Why make trillions when we could make billions?
And we're back with part 4 of my $8 sit and go series, and still doing pretty good. I have almost 20 big blinds in the sit and go, and there's 11 players left. It's important to note that I wouldn't be playing as conservative as I am if it wasn't for the structure of the sit and go. Even if you don't get top 5, if you play 6, you get your buy-in back, so you get the $8.70 buy-in back. And if you place in 7th or 8th, you get a step 1 ticket. So that's worth more than $3. So it's a pretty good idea to play really tight. And there's 10 players left, so we're almost at the final table. Gonna be stealing this guy's blind with the ace. 2.5 big blinds is a decent size. This guy's gonna fold a lot. This guy's gonna fold a lot. This guy's not gonna fold a lot, but I was hoping maybe one time. I do flop a 3. Let's see. This guy folded to the only other continuation bet, but frankly I don't want to lose more chips to a donk, and this is a pretty dry board, but I still think that I can sometimes go to showdown with a pair and be best. So, and this guy hasn't bet many flops. At this point, I feel like I should bet something simply because he'll fold a lot of his pair draws and a lot of his hands that didn't hit any pair. But a check is still okay since my pair is going to be best a lot of the time. He bet so fast right after, like, I checked and he insta-bet, so he knew he was going to bet if I checked. So I still honestly think my pair of 3s is best, so I'm gonna call him. At this point, him having a queen is really unlikely, and if I check, he's gonna be afraid that I'm slow playing to check raise. So I think he's gonna check down a pair of 7s if that's what he has. So, and I think I'm gonna fold to bet. Yeah, this seems very value bet-ish. I don't know what he's value betting though. He's betting so small. Yeah, it's still a fold, I think. King 10 5-handed when the big blind is a pretty reasonable player is not a bad idea. So I'm gonna raise 2.5x, maybe a little less, and hopefully they don't pick up hands, and they should be able to fold. Wouldn't mind playing if someone calls. Wouldn't mind playing in position. Now that the blinds are this high, I'm definitely going to pick up the aggression, especially against more conservative players. And they're going to be they're just going to be folding their blinds to me a lot too, so 4-5, I'm out of position, but this player only raises 4% of his hands pre-flop, and I already have 60 invested, and he's probably going to check and let me see the flop, so it's okay to, I still have a pretty decent stack size, so it's okay to call here. And he's thinking about what to do. I'll fold Queen King to under the gun. when players tank for their entire time bank and shove, it's a huge hand. Like, it's not just ace queen. Like, it's a huge hand, like ace king suited, aces, because they want to appear as weak as possible before shoving. So this is a huge hand. So yeah, just fold. If it's the biggest online tell, and it's correct 99.9% of the time. Queen 9 on the button. The big blind is a reasonable player, 14-6. Decent spot to raise. So I'm going to do that. And I'm in position. This guy hasn't 3-bet much. And he insta 3-bet. So I think my Queen 9, unfortunately, is behind. So, unfortunately, I gotta fold. I have just about, yeah, I can't call when, can't call here with a6 under the gun. Yeah, he had a big hand. Looks like we're going to, yeah, we're at full table, final table, and I think I'm in last place, unfortunately, but I'm definitely not slow playing a top pair, top kicker here. Sometimes he has drawing hands with the hearts, or like 10 jack, or like a queen with just like a naked queen sometimes calls when I see that. So definitely gonna bet. And if he does have like a pair of kings also, there's a lot of scare cards that can come and kind of ruin it for me. So gonna fold 8-7 here, early position. Queen king, pretty standard on the button. Haven't really, you know, this hasn't really gone, you know, as well as I planned. But a lot of the time, you know, people just wake up with decent shoving hands when you're trying to build up a chip stack. So it's kind of a luck thing. So gonna be shoving a lot, wide range here, even though, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna be conservative till I can guarantee myself a top 8 finish. I think there's 9 players left. Yeah, there's 9. So I'm gonna try to get at least top 8, and try to double up. Been kind of card dead. Been trying to get something going, but all my ace kings have been in my cash game. So 9-10 suited. It's like nah. Too early position. I don't want to be 3-bet, and I don't want to play it out of position. So 10-5, decent place to shove actually. But this guy's already all in, so that's kind of a dumb move. So I didn't flop anything. I raised under the gun with 10s here. I got a bet. Don't want to give like king queen free, you know, free turns and rivers, flush draws, smaller pairs. Gonna call me for value, so I'm gonna fold 10-5. This is either the nuts or like a frustrated pocket 8s, or like a frustrated like king queen with. I mean, I don't have much information about this guy, but at this point I still think I can call with 10s, and I'm pretty sure it's still the best hand. I pick up a 10-eye flush draw. Not a great hand because now now his flush draws with overcards that min raised, kind of got there, but I'm gonna check and control the pot. It kind of looks like I hit my flush sometimes, so still I do still have an overpair, and he's betting he's betting less than half the pot, so he's kind of a scared bet, like he doesn't want to check behind and look weak. So I still think he has a lot of like king sevens with, or like, you know, pocket eights hands in his range. So I still think I can call here profitably. Now every pair that's smaller than mine either has a straight or a full house. So unfortunately, that's the worst card, possibly the worst card in the deck for me. Unfortunately, but I think he will still check behind his one pair hands, and I will fold to a bet, unfortunately. Yeah, and he was trying to, I don't know what he was doing. That was awful. Jack 10's a little too weak here. I still have some more opportunities to shove. Queen 10 is still not good enough. I don't know what that guy was doing. He was just weak fast bets. That's kind of what he's representing. Kind of overcards, kind of marginal pair. But he didn't have any of that. He didn't even have a flush draw. So I don't know what he was doing. He just didn't believe me, so he min raised. Like he's like 5-7 flop. You don't have any of that. So he just instant min raised me because he didn't believe me. He was kind of spazzing out, and yeah. I didn't believe him, and he checked behind, hoping king high was good, or maybe he gave up. He should have bluffed. I mean, I'm not really representing I'm not representing a big hand, because wouldn't I have wanted more money in the pot at least by the end of the turn? So I feel like if you're in his spot and your opponent's just, you know, check calling, and feel like, especially after leading on the flop, I'm not representing a flopped full house when I lead on the flop, because 95% of players on this stakes level wouldn't do that. They just check. So if you're in his shoes, definitely make the big bluff on the river, because now, you know, every drawing hand made it. All the, you know, full houses are still the nuts. So I don't know what he was thinking. Don't play like this guy. 7-4. I can't really shove 7-4. I almost accidentally clicked the min raise button. But anyway, I'm gonna call this a video and move on to part 5, and hopefully I will place in this bad boy. So, alright.